Howdy and welcome to a predictions video for the Premier League. Of course, we've got some games kicking off, or a game kicking off in like 3 hours from now. So, let's get ahead of it. Actually, it's 2.5 hours from now. So, the first game that we need to predict in the Premier League is Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Now, this is a big game for both sides. Of course, Aston Villa, high flyers in the Premier League. They've done very well this season. They're currently above Arsenal in the table and have 2 games in hand on them. However, Arsenal are in very good form. They are unbeaten in 4 of the last 5 games. Well, they only lost 1 of the last 5, should I say. However, they will be without their number 1 keeper, Bernd Leno. Against Aston Villa, and if Matt Ryan is not fit, they have to settle with Alex Runarsson in goal. And from what I've seen in the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Manchester City, he's not exactly the full package, is he? Arsenal have done very well this season, and they have Aubameyang back as well. Bukayo Saka will be playing, and Smith Rowe's been very good. Surprisingly, I don't know where this has come from, but he's done really well. But yeah, I think it will finish Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 2, providing that they do actually have Aubameyang and Saka playing, and they could struggle if the goalkeeper is Alex Runarsson. On the Villa front, Watkins obviously very good goal scoring form. Barkley's been a good addition to the side as well, and Emi Martinez will be coming up against his old side. But yeah, I think it will finish Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 2. Now, Burnley against Brighton. 2 teams, and the only 2 teams so far this season to have won at Anfield, are going up against each other at Turf Moor. This kicks off at 3 o'clock. Now, who do I think has the upper hand? Brighton. Who do I think will win this game? Brighton. Brighton are in very, very good form. Of course, they've just beaten Liverpool and Tottenham, and I think it will be easy enough for Brighton in the end. Burnley 1, Brighton 3. You heard it, folks. Brighton are in very good form. Newcastle, Southampton. Newcastle are in a bit of trouble, aren't they? They've only won 1 of their last 5, and all 4 of the other games that they've played in that last 5 have been losses. Recently, they have beat Everton, and they've lost to Arsenal, Aston Villa, Leeds United, and Crystal Palace. Southampton, on the other hand, their last 5 games, they've also lost 4 of the last 5. Of course, they beat Liverpool. And then they've since lost 2-0 to Leicester, 3-1 to Arsenal, 1-0 to Aston Villa, and of course that absolute embarrassment, that 9-0 thrashing at Old Trafford. The confidence will be diminished, and they're going to have to really reconsider the depth of their youth squad, because there was a youth player that was sent off inside 2 minutes. So I think it will be Newcastle 1, Southampton 1. Fulham West Ham. Now, originally I thought this game was going to finish as a draw. However, I've changed my mind. West Ham have done ridiculously well this season. I don't know where this has come from, and the addition of Lingard only seems to have strengthened them. I think it will be Fulham 1, West Ham 3. Lingard will score a goal, as will Suchek, because his goal scoring form is ridiculous. And probably Ben Rama as well, get his first goal for the club. 3-1 West Ham. I don't see them having any troubles there with the form they're in. Although Fulham do love to draw a game. Now, Manchester United against Everton. United, their confidence will be through the roof. Yeah, they've only won 1 of the last 3. But that one game that they did win was a thrashing of Southampton. Figuratively speaking, United have only won 2 of the last 5, though they've actually only lost 1 of them. Although the one loss in there is the most embarrassing one they've had for a while. Of course, the last 5 results are a 0-0 draw with Liverpool, a 2-1 win at Fulham, a 0-0 draw with Arsenal, and a 9-0 win against Southampton. And in the middle of all that, there was a 2-1 loss at home to Sheffield United. Now, Everton will be a much bigger challenge than the likes of Sheffield United and Southampton. However, I think they'll get over the line. United 2, Everton 1. Spurs and West Brom. Spurs are in terrible form. Look at this. All 3 of the last 3 games have been defeats. They've only scored 1 goal in the last 3 games. That was a, to be fair, world-class goal against Liverpool from Højbjerg. But they lost 3-1 in that game. Let me try again. They then went and lost to Brighton. And then they went and lost a derby game against Chelsea. I think they'll slip up against West Brom, but I don't think they'll lose. Spurs 1, West Brom 1. Last time I predicted a 1-1 draw, it finished 9-0. Will Spurs do something similar? I doubt it, but it's possible. 1-1. Wolves and Leicester. Wolves have been poor this season. I don't know why. I don't know why they've been so poor. They were brilliant last season. I thought they were going to sneak into Europe again. But they didn't. And then this season, they're absolutely nowhere near it. In the last 5 games, they've only won the most recent one. And that was a 2-1 win against Arsenal. And in fairness, it was an absolute screamer from João Moutinho. But in that recent run, they've been defeated by Everton, West Brom and Crystal Palace, with a 0-0 draw against Chelsea in the mix as well. Coming up against Leicester, whose only loss in their last 5 games is an unexpected 3-1 loss against Leeds United, I can't see them slipping up. They've beaten Chelsea, they've drawn with Everton, and they've also beaten the smaller teams as well, like Fulham and high-flying Southampton. Oh, were high-flying Southampton. The Leeds game was just a massive shock, but I think Leicester will... They'll beat Wolves. Wolves 1, Leicester 3. I've already done the Liverpool-Manchester City game. I did that in my Liverpool v Manchester City preview, but I'll go through it anyway. All the big games this season have finished 0-0, or most of the big games this season have finished draws or 0-0 or something like that. I think this Sunday will be no different. City have got the best defensive record in the league. Liverpool have also been very good defensively. Both sides this season are not sides that look like they want to go out and score loads of goals. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0. Now, Sheffield United and Chelsea. This might baffle you to know. Sheffield United are almost in as good as form as Chelsea are. If they'd have got a point against City or Tottenham, their record would have been identical. Of course, technically speaking, Chelsea are in better form, but Sheffield United, they've had the better run of games. Chelsea's last 5 games are a slim 1-0 win against Fulham, a 2-0 defeat at Leicester, a 0-0 draw against Wolves, a 2-0 win against Burnley, and a 1-0 win against Tottenham. Sheffield United's recent run of games are a 1-0 win against Newcastle, a 3-1 loss against Tottenham, that really good 2-1 win against Manchester United, the 1-0 loss against City, and the 2-1 loss against West Brom, which is probably, despite the fact that United was the best one, the win against West Brom was the most important one, in my opinion. Sheffield United are now 11 points off safety, considering they had just 5 points at the start of the season. They have just 5 points for so long. Actually, no, it was 2 points they had for so long, wasn't it? Because they won 3 of the last 5. I don't know if they'll get past Chelsea, though, in my opinion. Of course, this one's tomorrow. I think Chelsea will be a little bit more difficult. Of course, they've got the new manager, Thomas Tuchel. They've kept clean sheets in all 3 of their first league games. All 3 of their first 3 games. I want to be positive, and I want to predict Sheffield United to win. However, I think that Chelsea are going to cruise past Sheffield United. I'm going to be optimistic. Sheffield United 1, Chelsea 0. It's not going to happen, but I want to be optimistic. Realistically, it was Sheffield United 1, Chelsea 4. But I've got to be optimistic, haven't I? And the last time they played each other, I believe it finished 3-0 Sheffield United. Well, the last time they played at home, anyway. So, yeah. Oh, Sheffield United have also got the poor statistic of being one of the only Premier League sides to have conceded this season to Timo Werner. So that will spur them on a bit, won't it? Yeah, Sheffield United 1, Chelsea 0. And then Leeds United versus Crystal Palace is the last one. It's on Monday. Leeds, no, I'm going to score 4. Leeds 3, Crystal Palace 1. And that is it. So far, the top scorer in the Premier League is still Mohamed Salah. He's got 15 goals. Bruno Fernandes and Dominic Calvert-Lewin with Harry Kane and Heung-min Son have all got 12. So Salah's clear of them all. Bamford has got 11, as has Jamie Vardy. And Callum Wilson is the only player in the league that scored exactly 10. And then the likes of Zaha, Watkins and Lacazette. So Zaha and Watkins have got 9. Lacazette, Rashford, Souček 8. Well, Thomas Souček has more goals this season than Sterling, Mane, Barnes, Ings, Maddison, Grealish, Firmino, Abraham, Cavani and Aubameyang. Wow. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in a bit.